So this morning I'll be discussing about artificial intelligence or AI, as we know. But before I move to the AI and security, let me just give you a simplest way. How do we describe artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence can be described or illustrated simplest way using a training model, right? So training model, I'll be showing some pictures here in my screen and let me know what you can see on my screen, okay? What is this one? An apple, right? What is this one? An apple too, right? So when you train the AI model to say that this is an apple, to accurately identify that that is an apple, you need to provide information and details, right? As you can see on my screen, it has a different colors. You need to train as well the artificial intelligence to have the colors. So we have different shades of red. Now, the challenge is, let's say for example, you will be training as well when it comes to apple, like a green apple, right? So you need to still have the composition for the green apple and as well as its shade. Right? So that's what the simplest way that we can explain artificial intelligence. And imagine this artificial intelligence being applied to security. So we know artificial intelligence and cybersecurity is actually a constant evolution. We can see it in how we use things. We can see it in how we apply artificial intelligence in cybersecurity. Right? And actually, Trend Micro is actually busy when it comes to artificial intelligence nowadays. So, introducing to you our Trend Micro Vision 1. This is an AI-powered next-generation cyber risk management platform. But before I proceed, let me introduce myself first. I am Jessica Bernardo. You can call me Eka for short. I'm one of the pre-sales consultants from Trend Micro. And I've been with Trend Micro for around 7 years. So, it's quite long. Yeah. And I've seen this in transformation when it comes to our company. We've been from product tools, we've been from softwares, and right now we are going to the platform. And this is what I will discuss this morning. Talk about again artificial intelligence. So AI actually triggered the shifts when it comes to strategy of our business leaders and as well as cybersecurity leaders. Why? Because of the adoption of AI, it provides innovation, it provides as well productivity on their organization. Now, the good thing about that, they cannot only just use it for productivity and innovation. The cybersecurity leaders can use it as well for providing innovations under SOCs, or our security operation centers. Now, when they apply AI on SOCs, then they can have a better way to provide mean time to detect, mean time to respond, and even mean time to patch on their environment. So because of that, the time of value will actually be lessened. And the impact of the attack will actually be lessened as well. So that's why we know that AI is actually helpful for all of us. Now let's take a look on SOC. So I talked about SOC earlier. Now what is the legacy SOC that we have for today? And I think you can all agree with me that this is what it looks like today when it comes to SOC. The SOC, we have components like the siloed approach or what we call the defense in-depth. We have protection products. We have also detection and response products that we have. Different layers, different best of breeds, and we put it in our environment. And for us to be able to have a single monitoring and correlation of all these threats, we actually have SIEM, right? And then we use playbooks on that, and then we can do response using Azure. Now this one is good, yes, but let us look at what is the outcome when we use this type of legacy SOC on our environment. So when it comes to visibility, when it comes to prioritization of threats, it's actually difficult for organization to achieve that, right? When it comes to AI for security and securing your artificial intelligence, it's actually a bit difficult as well to manage that. Now, when it comes to generating reports, how are you confident that you can actually have the audit for the frameworks that you need to have, like HIPAA, like the ISO 27001? That's actually a hard part when it comes to us as organizations to do those types of generation of reports. And because of that, you can see that mean time to detect, mean time to response, and event patch is actually difficult. And it quite have a hard time for that to do that on our SOC. And because of that, we are moving from one console to another. We are actually having silos when it comes to data. And because of that, you need to invest on people. Not only that, you need to invest on maintenance of those tools. And this is what we can see right now when it comes to our SOC, right? I think you can agree for all of that. Now, let me give you some example. How can we solve these challenges that we have or the outcomes that we have on our legacy SOC? Use case number 1 and 2, I'll be discussing about how we provide risk scoring, visibility, and as well as the risk reduction on our environment using our Trend Micro Vision 1. So with Trend Micro Vision 1, this is some example of our dashboard. We have more for this. You can look at our technology and that. But as you can see on my screen, you can see that there is a risk posture as a tool for your organization, right? And then, aside from that, you can do peer comparison. You can compare it with other organizations of the same kind or other organizations of the same industry. And not only that we provide risk, we allow you to identify which among of those risks can actually be addressed. So let's say, for example, for this one. On the top part, you can see that the risk score is actually 74. When we look at on the graph, 74 is a high risk score when it comes to our organization, right? And you can see not only that we provide risk, we actually provide you events that correlates to that risk. This is the things that you need to address. You can see here that there are possible leak account identification, there are weak sign-ins when it comes to our AD, and even you can see that there are email threats. And as I observe when it comes to incident response, I think that, incident response, as I can remember, most, if not all, is actually based on credential compromise, or even coming from phishing. So that is actually the same as with this example. It's almost the same when it comes to organization. So that's why we need to have identification of risk and allow us to do addressing of these events on our organization. Now let's take a look on our risk reduction. Not only that we provide you the risk that you have, but we also provide you the steps that you can take to reduce the risk that you have on your organization. You can see here all of the risk factors. You see the impacted assets that you have. You can actually see the remediation steps. Now, if you do the remediation steps, then you can see that there is an impact when it comes to real-time score or the risk score that you have. Let's say, for example, on the first line, if you do the remediation steps for that, we can reduce around 11.6 points when it comes to your risk. So that's huge, right? And if you can do that, then we can lower down the risk that we have on our organization. Now, just an example of the risk factors that we have. We have activity data, we have behaviors, we have vulnerabilities, system configuration, and even the account compromise. If we can identify those risks that we have on our environment, then we can do impact on our environment. Now, let's take a look on risk. So I'm talking about risk earlier on. So risk is actually the measurement of risk is the likelihood of a successful attack on your environment multiplied by the impact that you have. So Trend Micro will be offering this kind of solution, what we call the attack path risk. So attack path risk will identify what are the entry points that you have on your environment or even the leak points that you have on your assets. Now we multiply it to your crown jewels, meaning if you have so many crown jewels on your environment and there are so many linked assets on your environment, then there is very high risk on your environment, right? So here you can see that on the entry point, we identify which point is actually easier to get into, and for crown jewels, what are the valuable assets that we have. Now risk, you can see it before on my screen. You can identify the risk as a score, but how about we can translate it as a business context? What if we can tell to the board that this risk actually translates to this financial loss that we have? Let's say, for example, if we limit our exposure or vulnerabilities, right, that we can lose around 23 million. Or the attack path, we don't do anything about that, then we can lose 30 million. So that is a very good context when it comes to business, right? It will be easier for them to understand what is the risk on my environment, right? Now let's talk about the attack path risk that we will be offering soon. Attack path risk, you can see here that we have different sensors. On top of that, we also have what we call the threat intelligence. Now, we have different sensors that we have, what we call the XDR and ASRM. So attack path prediction, it actually has 3 steps. First step, you need to identify the entry points. As I shared earlier, we need to identify who among my assets is actually compromised or possible vulnerable. When I identify that, then I can see the second step. Where in my environment can actually that machine goes to. Saan siya mag-move on my environment? When I identify that, I can see that there is a server. Probably there is a permissive user account that the malicious actor can leverage. And identifying that lateral movement, then you can see as well their connections going to your crown jewels. Crown jewels meaning the sensitive or even critical accounts or assets on your environment. If we can identify that early on, then we can provide security on our environment early on and lessen down the impact on our environment. So how actually is being powered by Gen AI? So we have the train of data coming from our sensors, and then we use our Gen AI as security expert. So security expert meaning it identifies what are the entry points, what are the leak accounts, what are the other remediation steps that it can take. And our platform can provide you this analyze attack path. Okay? Analyze attack path. This is the AI-powered attack path. You can see here the different attacks that the malicious actor, on their perspective, how can they get through on your environment? So this one, it can lessen down it can actually act as your red team on your environment. It can share with you the potential, multiple potential attack paths. It can predict what will happen, what will be the choke points that we have on our environment. And as you can see on my screen, if we have fixed one choke point on the top, then eventually we can provide protection on multiple targets or multiple crown jewels that we have. So imagine that you have that power identifying the risk that you have on your environment using the platform that you are using, right? Now, the problem is, what if I presented so many potential paths for you? It will be hard for you as well to identify, right? The good thing is Trend Micro Vision One can actually provide you the easiest way or suggest to you what is the potential risky, the higher risky path that it can take for you to be able to do resolutions on that. So that's what we have when it comes to our attack path. Just imagine this one, a risk event for ransomware. What will happen? So for example, a risk event when it comes to ransomware, it comes from phishing email, a link from that phishing email. Someone click on that, it deploys a backdoor. Eventually, it moves laterally on my environment. And then it finds something that is crucial for me. Let's say an Active Directory. And then it used that Active Directory to install ransomware on different assets. Now, if I will be using the cybersecurity domain or LLMs on my environment using an AI, what will happen? If I have at least 4 devices on my environment, I actually assume things on my environment, seeing what are the activities happening on that machines. So if that is 4 devices, 3 devices out of that 4 actually have access to the URL, and then 2 of them actually have vulnerabilities, and then 2 of them actually have connections to CNC. And for this, as you can, on our mere mind, actually we can identify what is the high risk, right? But if that is multiple devices, it will be hard for us. That's why we need to use artificial intelligence. Okay? So the good thing about our attack path, we can identify attack paths for you, predict what are the choke points that you can have, and fix it. The good thing is we will be using as well our solution to provide you prediction of possible malware outbreaks using the risk events. So identifying the risk that you have 30 days ago, we can predict if there will be a risk events coming 15 days. So that's the power that we have when we use AI on cybersecurity. Next, use case number 3. So we have what we call AI for security and security for AI. That's 2 different things. AI for security, we use AI to augment security, while security for AI is that you have an AI being used, but you would like to secure it. Okay? So let's talk about use cases for this one. Trend Micro Vision One actually have availed what we call the Trend Companion, which is our AI in my environment. So I will not finish the video, but I'm just sharing with you what are the power that you have when you have the platform of Trend Micro. If you can see the risk that you have for even different layers, even different assets, but you can actually ask our companion for easier identification of, let's say, how risky am I on my environment? You can ask, what are the top risky events or top risky devices that I have on my environment? it will be easier, right? Because we can just query it via our language. So that's why Trend Micro actually leverage artificial intelligence for our security. Moving forward, Trend Micro Companion transformation. Right now, you can leverage for reactive AI, meaning if I ask you for a question, then you will give me answer. But right now, our companion will be our AI commander, wherein we not only provide you the answer, but we provide you some remediation steps, or even response to the threats that you have. Let's say isolate an endpoint, or even block a malicious file. So this is what it looks like. Sorry. So we can identify the tracking of your AI. What are the artificial intelligence applications being accessed by your user? What devices they use, and who are the users? So it's easy for us to identify who among my users actually use the artificial intelligence. Now you can see information about that coming from our endpoint sensor as well as our mobile, because most of the time we use mobile for that. The good thing about our AI, we also provide security for your AI. So AI access control, meaning we have the clients, let's say you are the user trying to access OpenAI or your private AI. What we do, we upload files, right? We provide information to the AI, we ask questions, but how are we able to have the transparency and the security and the confidence that it will not provide us a wrong information? So using this one, we can identify that if you upload a sensitive files, then I can block that. Or even prompt a field, if you prompt a code, let's say a sensitive information, I will block that. So Trend Micro not only leverage AI, but also we secure the artificial intelligence used by the customer. Same as with our private access if you're using it on your private AI. And lastly, when it comes to our security for AI, we also protect AI files on your environment so that it has an integrity on your environment. Use case number 4, best practice reports and automation. So you can see here, Trend Micro can actually do frameworks, reports for your environment. These are the available right now. We can generate NIST 800-53 if you need that. And CIS is also available. But in the future, we will be providing as well ISO 27001, HIPAA, and even GDPR and other. So these are the frameworks that we can plot for you, and you can use it for auditing, okay? Now, if you ask Trend Micro Companion, okay, would like to know if I am compliant when it comes to NIST, then it can generate report for you on the fly. So that's a good thing about using the AI for security. Now, looking backward when it comes to SOC, if we use AI for SOC using Trend Micro Vision One platform, it has a breadth and depth when it comes to security, the native sensors that we have. We use it for playbooks, we use it for correlation of threats. Now, what can we achieve on that? Higher visibility, higher identification of risk. You can identify that we adopt security for AI and we adopt AI for security. We can generate reports for you and even lower down the mean time to detect and respond on your environment. And of course, because of that, we lessen down the silos on our environment. Again, Trend Micro Vision One, this is the whole package. I will not discuss this, but the whole package that we have is everything that you need when it comes to your SOC. Now lastly, cyber risk can actually be used for communication tool. With your executives, you can identify what are the focus areas that we need to improve, or are we getting worse or better when it comes to our posture on security. Or let's say, for example, for legal, I'm applying for cyber insurance. How am I able to have that assurance that I will be doing the premium when it comes to our cyber insurance? Or lastly, let's say, for example, for security team, what are the key problems every day that they need to address? So it will be easier for them if we identify the risks that we have on the customer environment. And then here, the converging technology, again, we start for protection. We now going to response and detection. We now go for XDR. And then eventually, we use a single platform for AI that has all of these key features and facilities. So there's, tamang-tama lang sa time. Thank you again for listening to me, and I hope you have